Hi, and welcome to the critical path to a killer resume. What's a critical path, you ask? It's just the shortest, most efficient, and most effective way to get something done. What's a killer resume? A killer resume is one that gets read and generates interviews. That's it. It doesn't have to be the fanciest or flashiest resume in the world. It just effectively articulates who you are, what you've done in the past, and how you can add value to the reader's company in the future. If writing a resume makes you feel like this, deflated, defeated, buried under failed attempts, don't worry, you're not alone. I know that I certainly felt like that before I learned how to write a great resume. I've worked with thousands of job searchers over almost the last 20 years. I've reviewed over 150,000 resumes, and I can safely say that most people feel exactly like you do. That is, until they learn the tips and tricks that I'm going to be teaching you over this series of training videos. Why is having a killer resume so important? Because you only have 15 seconds max to accurately and articulately describe what it is you do and what value you can add to a company. Not having a killer resume that does this equates to missed opportunities. You won't be considered for the best jobs, jobs that you really want and deserve, simply because the hiring manager won't understand what it is that you can offer and how you can help them. Don't fail to reach your full potential just because you don't know how to write a resume, especially when it's actually this easy. So let's get started. Tip number 1, put your contact details in the header. Why in the header? Well, because so many resumes will get separated on the printer, and in order to keep them attached and to have people realize that a piece is missing or to get it put back together, it's so much easier to have it in the header. But there's another reason. The other reason is, what if the hiring manager is on page 3 and something just really jumps out at them that makes them want to pick up the phone and call you? You really want to make it easy for that hiring manager to reach you. So if it's in the header, it appears on every page. Also, remember that when it comes to resumes, less is more. So with contact details, all you need is your name, your email, and your phone number. You don't need your physical address because nobody sends snail mail anymore. Oh, but wait, there's something else that I've included. It's your LinkedIn profile. If you're not on LinkedIn, make sure that you get on LinkedIn. I'll be posting a series of tips on how to put your profile on LinkedIn later on down the track. But make sure that you put your profile on LinkedIn and then link that to your resume, because it is interviewing while you sleep. Oh, what's this? This is my first magic trick. These little magic tricks will be subtle, maybe sometimes psychological tips and tricks that will help the reader more accurately understand what it is that you do, or keep the reader's eyes on the resume. And the longer the reader stays on the resume, the more likelihood they have to pick up the phone and call you. So this is my first trick. Make sure that there's a message on your phone. I know in some parts of the world, in Australia where I live currently, it costs money to put messages on phones, especially mobile phones. But you have to make sure that you've got a message there. Why? Because I know many recruiters and some hiring managers that will simply go on to the next resume if they try and call you and you're not available. So that's it for tip 1. Stay tuned for more tips. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done it already, and certainly tell your friends about this. I'm going to have great tips on resume writing, interview skills, online profiles, how to launch a LinkedIn profile, how to manage your own job search. Anything that you can possibly want to know about finding a job, you'll find it here on Help Me Find a Job TV. So subscribe now. Thanks.